Today I'm spending some time in the garden doing, well, garden things. And can I just tell you how obsessed I am with being able to say that? I have a garden. I'm so happy. I am so freaking happy. Very recently, the universe connected me with a beautiful channel here on YouTube called Gardenary. It is run by Nicole Burke, and she is just so incredibly knowledgeable about gardens, gardening, kitchen gardening especially, and it just resonates so much with my entire gardening soul. So one of the things that I want to incorporate is companion gardening, and not just companion gardening like these things go all together, but really utilizing every square inch of soil and raised garden bed area that I have so that I maximize the amount of food that I'm able to produce, I maximize the amount of flowers that I'm able to grow, and that I layer things in a way that, like I said, just maximizes everything that I want to obtain from here, have the most beautiful, large productive harvests that go on and on and on, and also protect my plants as much as possible in the process. So today I'm starting here with the bed that has the tomatoes that I planted in the last video. These are San Marzano tomatoes, and they were just sitting here looking lonely. And so I decided that I'm going to do a couple of new rows of seeds in here. So I'm doing some Walla Walla onions along with carrots. I am also going to build a fortress around them with marigolds. So in one of the first gardening videos that I did, I started seeds, marigold seeds, and I ended up buying marigolds today. They happened to be like 50% off, and I was so happy when I got to the register and found out. But you know, I digress. So I didn't want to wait for the little seedlings I planted to be large enough to protect the tomatoes, because these tomato plants are already on the bigger side. And I have had some bad experiences. Last year when I tried to grow tomatoes, they ended up getting infested with these little caterpillars, and it was a whole scene. Like, I struggled. I didn't have all the time I needed and wanted to commit to taking care of my tomatoes or any other plants that I was trying to grow. And so this year I really want to hit it hard. I want to be as proactive as I possibly can be. And so I figured that because these San Marzanos are on the bigger side, they need bigger bouncers, if you will. So I picked up these marigolds and I'm planting them all around the border. And then what I intend to do is, with the marigold seeds that I started, I'm gonna put them in between these larger marigolds so they can grow here, get bigger, and it's all good. But I already have some muscle standing by to take care of all the things. So all I did to plant my little seeds for the carrots and the Walla Walla onions was just dig a little trench with the tip of my shovel and put those little seeds in there, just barely give them a cover, and they're good to go. In my excitement to get this done, I did not do the marigolds first, and I went and did the seeds first, and then I was kicking myself like halfway through doing the seeds because I was like, you let your excitement get the best of you. But it's okay. I worked it out. I planted the marigolds carefully and we're all good. So moving on, I am in the next bed that has the watermelons and the cantaloupe seeds. And I'm doing something similar here. So I dug my little trench for basil seeds. And then I also just scattered and lightly raked in some seeds for some California poppy flowers. And both of these plants are great companions for melons as a whole. And I just can't wait. I can't wait to see how all of this just fills out and how beautiful it ends up looking. I am so excited. So excited. I'm also excited to see color, you know, just beside all the greenery, to see some beautiful, vibrant colors. And already just looking at the marigolds, oh, it sets my heart on fire. I love it so much. So now I'm at the OG beds. These are the first beds that we built like way back in the beginning of our gardening days, just like, you know, ones of videos ago. And I have nasturtiums in here already, and they are meant to help deter the pests and keep them away, attract the pests. So I'm going in with a different variety of nasturtium, and I'm planting them in between the existing nasturtiums. So again, I'm just trying to be proactive and add even more layers. In these particular beds, I feel like I did a pretty good job of maximizing space, but as things start to grow, I will take a look and see if I have more space available. I may sprinkle in some more herb seeds or lettuce seeds, or, who knows? Who knows? But I am just getting started. It's my first real official year of doing the gardening thing, and I'm just gonna see what works and make adjustments accordingly next time around. It is okay. No problem. No harm, no foul. So now I'm moving on to my zucchini plants, and these are the guys that I planted last video, and my mom grew these for me. They're so pretty. They were already starting to flower, so I really wanted to get in here and make sure that I did the same thing. I added more seeds to maximize the amount of things that I can grow and produce. So I'm just going through, just kind of cleaning off the surface of the soil, and then I'm going to rake it gently with my fingers to loosen things up. In the first pot of the zucchini, I am going to do butter crunch lettuce in the middle, like closest to the zucchini plant itself, and on the border I'm going to do echinacea. In the second zucchini pot, I'm going to do a lettuce blend, and I'm also going to do lavender. And I am just so excited. I know as I rake the little seeds in, they're all gonna spread and mingle, and it's all good. I'm just excited to see what grows. I'm excited to have the flowers, the herbs, the lettuces, just the extra things in there, and to see what happens. What magic can we create together? I'm just happy. I am so excited. So doing this, I feel like I am maximizing the amount of space that I have. I will have to start new pots or raised beds pretty soon here, because I have other plants that I want to bring in. I have seedlings that I need to place somewhere as they get larger, but that is a thing on my tomorrow to-do list, not today. Today we are just enjoying this beautiful weather, the sunshine, and spending some time playing in the dirt and just hanging out with these beautiful plant babies that they make me so happy, so happy. So right now I have finished putting the seeds in and the marigolds and all the things. And so I'm going through and I'm just checking on my little plants. So I'm cutting off any dead foliage or anything that looks like it's crispy, crunchy, whatever, and just getting it out of the way. I want to make sure that I give these guys as much opportunity as possible to grow and put their energy into the right places. And so I'm going around and just cleaning everyone up. And I really want to get in the habit of doing this at least a few times a week, if not every day. Just check on everything to be as proactive as I possibly can be. So here I'm doing the same with my mint. I'm just kind of going through, and I have not pruned up or done anything with the mint this season at all, except for just top her off with some fresh soil. But it is nice to just get the stringy, leggy pieces off, the pieces that are just dry and brittle, get them out of there. And then every time I move from one plant to another, I do clean off my little shears. I have a napkin that is soaked with alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. And so I rub my shears down the blades so that I do not pass anything from one plant to another. So I learned that from Garden Answers. I love that YouTube channel as well. I could watch them all day, every day, just move around their property and do all the gardening things. So I definitely learned that there, and I'm so grateful for it. So I do this with my houseplants out here in the garden. I do it all over the place. So just a tip, if you are pruning up or cleaning up your plants, make sure that you do clean your shears really well from one plant to the next. And if you do find any kind of disease or anything on one of your plants, I highly encourage you to clean your shears in between cuttings, even on the same plant. So moving on, I have another tray of marigolds here. So I'm going to place marigolds at the base of each of my raspberry plants because I've read about some of the pests that they can get, and marigolds are really great for deterring those pests as well. So I'm going to plant, I believe I ended up doing 6 marigold plants at the base of each raspberry tree or bush, or whatever we call these guys. And I'm so happy. It also adds more color, and it just, oh my gosh, my soul. So I would eventually love to do raspberries in the ground, or maybe have them like on a trellis, or I don't know. There's so many hopes and dreams that I have for this gardening adventure, but I just need to remember to slow things down and go one step at a time. But that doesn't sound like me, does it? It sure does not. I have a tendency to go rogue. I get so super excited and ahead of myself, but isn't that part of the fun? We're working it out together. And what I do is I pray hard for my little plants because my love and passion is there. My knowledge is not, but I am hopeful that they are going to give me the signs and tell me everything I need to do to help them flourish and be their very best, beautiful selves. So with all of our planting done, I'm moving on to water everyone. Water in the new marigolds and the seeds, and just give these guys the best head start and the best advantage that I possibly can. It is just, oh my gosh, the joy of watching all of this grow, of knowing that I put these seeds in the ground or in the soil and I have tended to them, I've cared for them every day, spent time with them, and just, wish them all the love that I possibly can. It just feels so good. It feels so incredibly good. And this has me thinking a lot lately about how my ancestors did this, their experiences. Did they have a deep passion for growing things? I know in my family today, I have some beautiful, incredible women who are wonderful with plants of like every kind. And I haven't even stop to ask them where they learned all this. Is it just, this intuitive knowledge, or did they watch someone as they grew up and learned it from them? These are questions that I would love to ask. And as I'm saying it right now, it occurs to me that I should ask these questions. But I've always thought it was so cool the way these particular women have been so wonderful and beautiful with treating plants of all kinds, and indoor plants and garden plants, and just have this beautiful intuitive knowledge for caring for them and knowing what they need. And somehow, some way, my black thumb is becoming a green thumb, and I am keeping things alive and things are flourishing. And I really hope that continues. But I just do feel this deep gratitude to my ancestors and whatever beautiful knowledge they have passed down to me, and that I just feel this incredible, magical connection with these beautiful plants and the growth and the earth, and just keeping things going, and this beautiful cycle of life. And it sounds crazy, maybe I'm just not explaining it well, but my heart is just so happy. I am obsessed. So in the last video, I did promise you that I would show you an update on all our little plants, and this is what everyone is looking like. And when I tell you that seeing these little guys just lights me up, it lights me up so much. Some of these little plants, I've never seen zucchini grow from seed, so to watch this is just incredible to me. But then I look at things like the cilantro, and I'm looking at the dill and the green onions and stuff, and they're just little tiny miniature versions of their grown selves, and it cracks me up. I'm like, look at your tiny little leaves. This is like a cilantro leaf for real, but in tiny version. And it makes me laugh. I don't know why it makes me laugh so much, but it does. So every time I'm out here inspecting everyone and picking them and doing all the things, it just cracks me up. Look at these little lettuce heads. They're so teeny tiny, and they're getting their beautiful red, deep, beautiful colors. And oh my gosh, I can't even. I know I say it all the time. It just makes me so happy, and it just does. And if you are gardening, I hope that you are feeling the same kind of love or more for your garden and for what you're doing, and that your space brings you so much happiness. And, I know this is a work in progress. I would love to have like the beautiful, like Pinterest aesthetic garden with the arches and all the things. And that's for tomorrow. I know we'll get there. Rome wasn't built in a day and all the things, but it's all good. I am so happy with where we are. I know we keep making progress, and we will keep making progress. So on to my beautiful orange tree. She has all these little buds on her, and all of these buds, fingers crossed, will become little oranges. Oh, I can't wait. If you remember a few videos ago, I repotted my Meyer lemon trees, bushes, plants, and I was so afraid that they were not going to grow. I thought I had murdered all 4 of my little plants, but look at them. They are doing so well. There is one of our Meyer lemon plants that I don't think is gonna make it. She hasn't done anything at all. So I am sad about that. And we are where we are, so I may have to wish her well and say goodbye. So these are the lettuces that I planted in these little 1-gallon pots just to get them started, and they're looking really well. They're just tiny little heads of lettuce, and they're so cute. Our romaine, however, had a little accident earlier today, actually just a few minutes ago, with Huey. Huey was walking by with his cone and he knocked it over, so I tried to put them back in there as best as I could. Fingers crossed they survive it. Our strawberries have not done anything, nothing. No one is making any kind of moves to become green and come out of their little pots. I'm sure I messed up somewhere along the way, and we are where we are. Our raspberries have little buds on them. I am so excited. I cannot wait to come out here and start harvesting and picking raspberries and lettuce leaves and zucchini, tomatoes, like all the things. I can't wait. I can't. So here are our little seedlings. They're looking good. Some of them are doing way better than others. Some of them, like, it just is what it is. At this point, I feel like one of the things that I should have done that I didn't know to do was to use a different kind of soil. I used a regular garden soil, and this soil, I think, is just too heavy. It has like pieces of mulch or something in there, and I think it's just a little too heavy for the little seedlings, though. Again, some of them have done just fine, but if you notice, like in some of the trays, some are pretty full, some are very just kind of scattered with growth, and some have nothing going on. So learning process for sure. At this point we are where we are. I'm just going to do my very best and use what has grown, and everything else at this point I'm just going to put directly into the soil, and we will be good to go. I'm so happy. These little marigolds, like I said, I'm gonna take these guys and I'll just put them in between the marigolds that I put in the tomato bed and let them grow with their other marigold friends. But now I do have something so exciting to put together. The process of doing this garden has really it's been inspiring in so many beautiful ways. And one of the things that has recently just made my heart so full is having like more butterflies and bees and birds and stuff in the yard. So we got a bird feeder. And of course, in true Shantel fashion, it is bright yellow. It is giving all the sunshine vibes and all the happiness vibes. And I am so super excited. So I looked and looked and looked. I didn't want to get a little bird feeder that's metal because I was afraid that the heat would be too much for the little bird's feet when they land on it. But I've seen a lot of metal ones. This one had really good ratings, and birds are not rating them. So that was my concern. I'm like, these are people ratings, not bird ratings. I want to know what the birds think. So maybe I'll have a chat with them when I see them next time. But I did get this cute, super cute little bird feeder. I found the best seeds I could get. They're like non-GMO. They haven't been touched with anything bad. Like they don't have any natural flavors or fruit flavors or whatever. Like they are just straight up clean seeds. And I just figured, if I want to put really good things into my body, I feel like little birds want to put really good things into their bodies too. So I found the best stuff that I could possibly find. I also got this tall shepherd's hook to hang my little bird feeder from. And my real hope and prayer right now is that squirrels do not attack this thing and get all the seeds. Like, I am hopeful that this is going to be strictly for the birds. If I do start to see squirrels on here, because we have lots and lots of squirrels here, but if I do start to see them on the bird feeder, then I will get the little squirrel shield that you can put on the pole. And, you know, hopefully it's not a thing. Hopefully the birds enjoy this and it is not attractive to the squirrels. Fingers crossed. Maybe that's a pipe dream. I don't know. But anyways, I'm so happy to share all of this with you. I'm happy to bring you along on the journey. I wish I could share the harvest with you and we could just enjoy it in the sunshine together. But, you know, that aside, I am wishing you all the beautiful love and joy and magic and happiness in your very own garden. And if you don't have your own garden, you are absolutely welcome to enjoy mine with me. Thank you so much for spending your beautiful time with me. I love you forever.